We'll be back on our channel, Legends Leaving, this Sunday with more honors. Today, August 11th, 2024, a lot of famous actors passed away. In this tribute video, we named them. Unfortunately, these are legends about people who died but made a difference in the world in some way. Fans and family, I'm sorry for your loss. Have peace. Before you watch, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the station so you can keep up. 6. American lawmaker and lobbyist Douglas Symms was born on April 23, 1938 in Nampa, Idaho. He played a major role in the politics of Idaho and the country. He grew up in a farming family, which affected his political views and his dedication to farming problems throughout his career. A background in agriculture and economics from his time at the University of Idaho helped shape Symms' legislative goals. Symms first got involved in politics as a Republican. From 1973 to 1981, he served as a representative for Idaho's 1st congressional district in the U.S. House of Representatives. Over the course of his time in Congress, he fought hard for conservative economic policies, limited government involvement, and support for the agricultural sector. In 1980, Symms ran for and beat veteran Senator Frank Church in the U.S. This was a big win that showed how powerful he was becoming in the Republican Party. If you were a U.S. Senator from 1981 to 1993, Symms continued to fight for conservative causes by focusing on things like national defense, tax reform, and less government control. Everyone knew that he was devoted to cutting down on government and supporting the ideas of free markets. Another thing Symms did was fight for the rights of states. He was very important in a number of legislative attempts that tried to give power back to state governments. When Symms left the Senate in 1993, he went into lobbying and became a partner at the well-known Washington, D.C. lobbying company Perry, Romani, Deacon C.D. Symms. In this job, he used his many years of political knowledge and connections to help different clients change policy, mostly in the areas of energy, defense, and agriculture. Douglas Symms died on August 8, 2024, after having problems with asthma. He was 86 years old. That was the end of a long and important career in American politics. He left behind a legacy of strong conservatism and a dedication to the ideas that guided his time in office. 5. Rory Burke was born in Cork, Ireland in 1994. He was a great rugby player who made important impacts to the game at both the club and provincial levels. As a child, Burke showed potential in rugby. He worked his way up the ranks and became a powerful player on the field. He worked hard and was good at what he did, so he was put on the Ireland U20 national team and did a great job representing his country. Burke played professionally for Munster and Connacht, which are 2 of Ireland's best rugby teams. He was admired by both teammates and opponents because he was strong, could play many positions, and worked hard at the game. His time with Munster really showed off his skills. He was very important in a number of important games, which earned him praise from both fans and coaches. Burke played rugby for more than one province. He also played for several clubs where he continued to show how much he loved the game and how well he could do it. Many people appreciated what he did for the sport, and he was still liked by many in the Irish rugby community. Sad to say, Rory Burke died suddenly on August 9, 2024, when he was 30 years old. His death was reported by RTE, which shocked and saddened everyone in the rugby world. The reason for his death has not been made public, and many people are sad about the loss of a player who was great on and off the field. Because Burke died too soon, there is a hole in the hearts of people who knew him and followed his work. Aside from what he did for Irish rugby, people will remember him for his energy, good sportsmanship, and the fun he brought to the game. 4. Born in Quebec, Canada in 1935, Jacques Delisle was a well-known figure in the Canadian legal system. He was best known for his long and successful work as a judge. Delisle started working as a lawyer as soon as he got his law degree and quickly became known as a skilled and respected lawyer. Because he knew a lot about the law and worked hard at it, he was appointed to the Quebec Superior Court in 1985 and worked there for 7 years. During his time on the Superior Court, Delisle became known for how well he knew the law and how fair and reasonable he was in his approach to justice. Delisle was named to the Quebec Court of Appeal in 1992. This is one of the highest court jobs in the province. While serving as a judge on the Court of Appeal, he was involved in a number of important cases that set legal precedents in Quebec and across Canada. Delisle was known for making very careful decisions and being able to handle difficult legal problems in a clear and precise way. He was on the Court of Appeal until he retired in 2009. He left behind a record of excellent legal work. After Jacques Delisle retired, his life took a dramatic turn in 2009 when he was charged with and found guilty of killing his wife, Marie-Nicole Rainville. A lot of people were interested in the case, which was one of the most shocking in Canadian court history. Delisle insisted he was innocent, and after years of court battles, his sentence was overturned in 2021 because the court said there were major mistakes in the first trial. Jacques Delisle died on August 10, 2024. He was 89 years old. The cause of death has not been made public. People are still very interested in his life and work, both for the important things he did for Canadian law and for the controversy that surrounded his later years. 3. A Swedish ice hockey player named Buu AEL rose to fame in the 1980s and 1990s. He was born in 1969. All started playing hockey when he was young and showed potential as a skilled defenseman who was big and strong on the ice. He played for several teams in Sweden's top leagues. His strong style of play and defense skills made him known as a tough and reliable opponent. HHL had the best seasons of his career when he played for Färjestad BK, which is one of the best hockey teams in Sweden. During his time with Färjestad, AHL helped build a strong defense that allowed the team to play at the top levels of Swedish hockey. People in the sport looked up to him because he always played well on the ice and could defend against the best players. AHL may not have been as well known outside of Sweden as some of his peers, but he was respected for how hard he worked and how determined he was. He made a big difference for the teams he played for, especially in the Swedish Hockey League SHL, where he played for most of his professional career. Sad to say, Buu AEL died on August 9, 2024, at the age of 59. The reason for his dying has not been made public. People in the hockey world were sad about his death, especially in Sweden, where he had played his whole career. People remember AHL not only for how good he was at ice hockey, but also for how dedicated he was to the sport and how friendly he was with his friends. His legacy as a dedicated and strong defender is still praised by those who knew and loved him. 2. Darren Paul Kent was born in Essex, England on June 6, 1984. He goes by the stage name Darren Harper. He was a British actor, director, and writer who did a lot of different things. He was known for making important contributions to both TV and movies. Kent's success in show business was marked by a wide range of roles that showed off his acting skills. He first became well known for playing a goat herder on the hit TV show Game of Thrones. Fans of the show will always remember that part, even though it was short. Kent was good at more than just Game of Thrones. He also played parts in famous British shows like EastEnders and Shameless. His work in these shows made it even more clear that he is a skilled and committed actor. In addition to his work on TV, Kent was in a number of well-known movies such as Mirror's Snow White and The Huntsman and Jeepers Creepers Reborn. He was a popular actor in both movies and TV shows because he could give his characters a lot of depth and subtlety. On IMDb, Kent was also in the fantasy adventure movie Dungeons & Dragons: Honor Among Thieves and had a part in the comedy show Community. He was interested in telling stories in more ways than just acting. He also directed and wrote, showing off his imagination and vision behind the camera. The sad news is that Darren Paul Kent died on August 11, 2023, at the age of 37. The reason for his dying has not been made public. His fans and co-workers were very sad about his death because they admired how talented he was and how hard he worked at what he did. There are many performances and creative efforts by Darren Paul Kent that will be remembered for a long time. 1. Rudolph Jink was a famous Czech actor who was born on February 27, 1935 in Kutná Hora, Czechoslovakia, now the Czech Republic. He worked in movies and on TV. He was in movies for over 60 years and became one of the most recognized faces in Czech film. Jink became interested in acting early in life, which led him to go to the famous Academy of Performing Arts in Prague to learn how to do it properly. His hard work and talent soon led to a successful job in the entertainment business. In the mid-1950s, Jelinek made his movie debut and quickly became known as a flexible actor who could play a lot of different roles. He was in more than 122 movies and TV shows over the course of his work and is a well-known figure in Czech culture. Some of his most well-known parts were in the TV show 30 Cases of Major Zeman, where he played a major character that people will remember. In Czechoslovakia, the show about a made-up detective's life and work became a culture phenomenon, and Jelenek's performance was a big part of that. Aside from his work in front of the camera, Jelinek was also known for his services to the field of dubbing. He did voice work for more than 60 movies and TV shows, bringing foreign characters to life for Czech viewers. People praised his dubbing work for being high quality and for being able to bring the characters he played to life. Rudolph Jink died on August 10, 2024. He was 89 years old. His death was caused by natural causes, and it marked the end of a long and successful career. People will always remember Jelinek as one of the most talented and dedicated actors of his time, and his services to Czech film and TV are remembered forever. In recent days, a rumor has circulated on Facebook regarding the supposed death of beloved actor Nicolas Cage. Thankfully, these reports are entirely false. Nicolas Cage, the famous Hollywood actor known for his strange parts and one-of-a-kind acting style, has had some problems since 2024, but he is still working in the entertainment business. When it comes to health, there have been no big reports that show major problems. It's hard for Cage, like many famous people, to deal with getting older and keeping up with his work in a tough field. Even though he is 60 years old, he is still working on different film projects, which shows how much he loves playing. In 2024, Cage had some problems at work and in his personal life. He was in a court battle over an investment property, which made his already tough financial situation even worse. Additionally, Cage was criticized for some of the movies he had chosen recently, with both reviewers and audiences giving them mixed reviews. Even with these setbacks, he is still loved by his fans, who value the unique things he brought to Movies.in 2024. Nicolas Cage hasn't had any major health problems that could have ended his career. However, the year has been full of the normal ups and downs that come with having a long and successful career in Hollywood.